She erased us like we were never there. Not by accident, not by oversight, on purpose. So I decided something. I'd return the favor, just cleaner. Do you ever show up for someone completely and still feel invisible? That's what it felt like. When my brother got married, we did everything right. Flights booked, outfits coordinated, time, money, effort, none of it small. She, my now sister-in-law, had a vision. Specific colors, specific aesthetic. Everything had to match, and we followed it. I remember the fabric of my dress slightly stiff, expensive enough that I kept checking the tag like it might apologize for the price. The smell of hairspray in the hotel room that morning. My mom adjusting. Someone's corsage with shaking hands because she didn't want anything to be. Roan. We showed up polished. Smiling. Ready. Even after what she said. The night before the wedding, she made a comment. Casual tone. Sharp edges. Something about how our side of the family doesn't take things seriously, that she didn't expect much from us anyway. It wasn't loud, but it spread. You know how words travel in a room full of relatives? Quietly, quickly, landing exactly where they hurt most. I remember standing there, pretending not to hear it twice. My chest felt tight, my jaw locked. Part of me wanted to say something. Another part whispered, "Don't ruin your brother's day." So I stayed quiet. We all did. And the next day, we still showed up like nothing happened. Because that's what you do when you love someone more than your pride. Weeks later, the photos came out. Then the video. I was excited at first. You know that feeling. Scrolling, smiling, waiting to relive the moment. And then something felt off. I kept scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. No us. Not a single proper photo of my side of the family. Not one. In the entire highlight video, 3 minutes long, there was exactly 3 seconds of my parents. 3 seconds. The rest of us? Gone. Erased. Like we were background noise that got edited out. I remember staring at my screen, replaying it. Maybe I missed something, so I watched it again and again. Nothing. That's when the feeling hit. Not anger. Not yet. Something colder. Like being quietly deleted. I texted her, politely, asked if she could send the photos of our side, just the siblings. Maybe some group shots? Her response? We never took those. I actually laughed out loud because I remembered adjusting corsages, helping people line up. I remembered those moments, but she didn't back down. She doubled down, made me question my own memory. 6 months later, I ask again, just to be sure. This time, she said she had no idea what I was talking about. That's when it clicked. This wasn't forgetfulness. This was intentional. And something inside me finally said, "Okay, enough." I got engaged not long after that, 6 months ago. And from the moment it happened, a small, quiet part of my brain started planning. Not the wedding. Something else. Something precise. I hired a photographer, a videographer, the best I could afford, because if I was going to do this, it had to be perfect. But the real plan? That stayed in my head for a while. I kept asking myself, is this too much? Is this petty or justified? And every time I remembered that empty photo album, that 3-second clip, the answer came back clear. No, this is fair. So I told my videographer, not everything, just enough. I pointed her out, explained who she was, and gave one simple instruction. Make her feel like the star. Follow her. Hover near her. Capture her reactions. Her smiles. Her presence. Make it obvious. Make it undeniable. And then cut her out completely. Not 1 second in the final video. Not one frame. Clean. Precise. Just like she did to us. There was a moment, right after I said it out loud, or I paused because it sounded calculated, and maybe it was, but it didn't feel cruel. It felt balanced. The wedding came faster than I expected. 8 days felt like nothing, and somehow she ended up coming. I didn't even invite her at first, but family talks. News spreads. And suddenly, she was standing in front of me at a dinner, saying, I should be able to make it. I remember just blinking, processing, then nodding. Yeah, that's fine. It wasn't worth the energy. By that point, the plan was already in motion. The day of the wedding, everything was beautiful. Soft light pouring through the venue. Music low in the background, the quiet buzz of people laughing, glasses clinking. And her? She was there, moving through the space like she belonged in every frame. And the camera? Right behind her, just like I planned. I noticed it immediately, the way the videographer lingered, adjusted angles, followed her across the room. Anyone watching would have thought, she must be important. I almost smiled, not out of joy, but recognition. This is exactly how it starts, I thought. The illusion, the presence, the build-up. And the whole time, I said nothing. I just lived my day, got married, felt happy, genuinely. Because for once, this wasn't about her. It was just waiting. After the wedding, life moved on quickly. That kind of happiness, it carries you. Days blurred together until the clips came back. The sneak peeks. I opened them slowly, curious, watching each moment carefully. And there it was, everything. The laughter, the vows, the people who mattered. And her? Gone. Not in the background. Not in reflections. Not even by accident. Just absent. Like she had never been there. I sat there for a while after watching it. Quiet. Thinking. Not about revenge. Not about satisfaction. But about balance. Because what I learned from all this is that people notice when they're excluded. They feel it, even if they pretend they don't. And sometimes you don't need to argue. You don't need closure. You just let them experience the same silence, the same absence, the same quiet question of, was I ever there at all? Maybe that's petty, or maybe it's just honest. Either way, it felt complete.